there are 5 things that poor people do that rich people don't do. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What are the 5 things that poor people do that rich people don't? The difference between poor and rich people, what I have observed over the years. Number 1, I noticed poor people watch TV, rich people read books to learn. I mean, not only necessarily reading books, but also watching videos like this one that you're watching right now. Poor people think they know it all. I mean, even I know some people who are struggling and say, you know what, I have a college degree. I know it all. Rich people, on the other hand, know that there's always more to learn. This is why rich people do not sit mindlessly in front of the TV watching, I don't know, the talking heads or the bad news that you see, right? You know how it is on TV. When there's blood, it sells, right? There needs to be blood running in the streets. I don't like all this negativity. What I like to do, I'm reading at least 1 hour per day, and I'm reading way more on the weekend. So I just tallied it up, and I am learning 2 hours per day on average. If you think about this, that's 15 hours per week or 60 hours per month. Now, do you think that a poor person would make more money if he or she would learn for 60 hours a month? Absolutely. So, one thing that poor people do and rich people don't, poor people watch TV, rich people learn. I have cut cable years ago. I still watch shows, but I really make sure that I learn at least 1 hour per day. Number 2, rich people found a way to make money while they sleep. Now here's an interesting story, something that happened yesterday. My son Julius turned 16, and yesterday I went with him to the DMV to get his driver's license. Now I also told him very clearly, Julius, listen, if you want to drive a car, he's getting one of the cars that I have, so he's allowed to drive the truck. I have multiple cars, that's a different story. I said, Julius, you need to put gas in the tank. You need to also pay me a little bit for insurance. Insurance is horribly expensive for a 16-year-old. So I said, you need to come up with a way to make money. The first thing that came to his head, I was a little bit surprised by this, I must say, honestly. He said, all right, I'll get a job. And I said, okay, I'm curious. When you get a job, how much are you making? And he said, well, I'm high school student, so probably $10 to $12. And I said, really? You know that this is not what you should be doing. And I said, you're right. I should probably help other kids, tutoring other kids, because then I get twice as much. I get $25. I said, no, you're not getting a job. Julius, you have to come up with something where you're not getting paid for time. That's an important concept that I'm teaching my kids. He said, okay, I'll think about it. And I said, well, maybe you know something that others don't know where you can sell information, or he has a 3D printer. I said, maybe you can print something on a 3D printer that you can sell to others. For me, it's so important that I'm teaching it to my kids. Poor people are working for time. They get paid for time that they are putting in. Rich people found a way to make money while they sleep. And I want my 16-year-old son to come up with a way to make money while he sleeps. He cannot trade because right now he does not have $10,000. Well, he has, but it's in a trust fund and he doesn't know about this, so shh, don't tell him. Number 3, poor people blame others. Rich people take responsibility. Poor people, they have the mindset, oh, it's somebody else's fault, right? It's the economy, it's the president, it's the rich, it's the banking system. Rich people ask, how can I get better? What is a way to take advantage of this situation, whatever the situation might be? One of my favorite sayings is, don't wish that it was easier, wish that you were better. Because if it was easier, everybody and his grandmother would be doing it. And this ties back to what we said previously. Rich people like to learn. They want to get better. They know when they are better, they can make the most out of every situation. Poor people blame others. Rich people take responsibility. Number 4, poor people focus on saving. Rich people focus on investing. Poor people ask themselves all the time, how can I save some money? Would it be possible if I save $5 a day by not going to Starbucks and having my latte? And you know, there's people out there who say, you can get rich and you can become a millionaire if you don't drink a coffee a day. No, you don't. Absolutely not, right? Don't focus on saving money. Focus on making more money. Here's what rich people do. Rich people invest in assets. Assets that make them more money. So they don't save money, they invest money. That money can start working hard for you. Now, what assets come to mind when you are investing in assets? Of course, stocks come to mind, right? Real estate. But here's 2 things that rich people know, 2 more things that they can invest in where they actually get a much higher return than investing in stocks and real estate. Would you like to know what it is? Well, for me personally, I believe the greatest asset that you can invest in is yourself, right? And this is where it goes back to learn more, get more skills, become better. It's not about the goal, it is about becoming the person that can accomplish the goal. So I invest in myself $10,000s per year in learning, in having mentors, in getting better, and I also invest in tools. The main difference is that rich people ask, how much is it and how much money can it make me? If I can invest $5,000 today and it can make me $50,000 in the next 3 years, let's do it, right? I mean, this is the way how rich people think. And poor people think, oh my gosh, it's $5,000, and if I invest the $5,000, I have $5,000 less. No, rich people ask, how much can it make me? Number 5, poor people wish and rich people do. You already know this. If you don't change, nothing will change. Remember number 3, poor people blame others. Rich people take action. Rich people are doers. Poor people procrastinate. They say, oh, I'll do this, I'll invest in myself when the economy gets better. I invest in myself when next month. I invest in myself when I get a raise. I'll wait until what? See, that's the main difference. Rich people just do it. They have faith, not only in themselves, but also in their investments. Score yourself. Let me know in the comments, how many of these rich people habits are you already doing? Just say 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. So let me give you a quick summary of the 5 things that poor people do that rich people don't. Number 1, poor people watch TV. Rich people read books and learn. Number 2, poor people are getting paid for time. Rich people found a way to make money while they sleep. Number 3, poor people blame others. Rich people take responsibility. Number 4, poor people focus on savings. Rich people focus on investing. And number 5, poor people wish. Rich people do. So just leave in the comments, how are you doing? Are you already at a 5 out of 5 or are you at a 3 out of 5? And then you know what you could focus on and what you could set as a goal for the next 3 weeks, for the next months, for the next 3 months, whatever you might be. Let me know if you found this helpful. Make sure that you're liking this video and that you're also subscribing to this on YouTube. Make sure that you hit the little bell that the notifications pop up first. Click on like and leave a comment and let me know what you think. And make sure to subscribe to this channel to get new videos automatically.